Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I'm coming to you with another sales update video. It's been a while since I've done the last sales update video. The main reason is I am setting up a storage unit and I'm setting up like shelving racks and I'm bringing the stuff down from my office. I've seen a lot of videos where people do have storage units, and it's funny because they say they have the stuff that they're selling in their storage unit that's online. And I thought, wow, all the questions you get about stuff that you have on, like, they want a measurement maybe you didn't put in, or they want to know if it's a specific color. Is it matching what's online? I can't imagine keeping that away from me. I want to have like constant access to the stuff that's actually on eBay. So what I did is anything that's excessive shipping supplies, anything, if you get a box of 250 mailers, I can keep 50 in the office. I don't have to keep them all. So anything that's excessive, I put down there, which is great because it allows me now I can really buy in bulk. I don't have to worry about, storing it in my office. I realized once I organized everything, I have about almost 2 full shelving units of product that I have to put online. 2 full shelving units, and that was in my house. That's how disorganized I was. And that now is down at the storage unit, and all I have in my apartment right now, because I live in a townhouse, is 2 boxes. I'm keeping 2 boxes of stuff, like whether it's tubs of clothes or whether it is stuff from church sales, just 2 boxes of stuff. And once that is on, I can now go down to the storage unit and pick up anything like I need to. If I need 2 more boxes or I need shipping supplies, I can pick that up down there. And it really took me a while to decide whether I wanted to invest in a storage unit. And honestly, it took me way too long because it was probably the best thing that I have done this year was open up a storage unit. So if you guys are wondering, like, if things are starting to move forward and you're like, you walk into your office and you just can't handle it because it's just mounds of stuff, or I do recommend opening it, because once you do, just being that much more organized, you're going to make up for it in sales. Like, you're definitely going to make up for it, and you're going to be happier that you've done this and that things are easier for you in your home. You know what I mean? If you have a storage problem, I know there's some people, they might have a big house with a garage and a basement, and that's great. But I think a lot of people who do this, they don't. So like, if you're thinking about it, if you're anything like me, definitely go do it. It's definitely worth the investment. Okay, let me get started. All right, the first item I have is a vintage Craftsman stapler. I paid $1 for this at a church sale. And at least this stapler is definitely not worth it. I looked it up. So I only put it out for $15 anyway, and it was online for about 6 months. And then finally I took a best offer of $12.74. And remember, when you pick up an item like this, it's between the 1 and 2 pound postage. So, this was definitely not worth it. I wouldn't pick it up again. All right, this I picked up the Salvation Army for $1, and I picked up last year, and I thought it was going to go right away because it was so clean and the colors were really nice. But no, I held on to this snowsuit for about a year, and it finally sold on a best offer of $25.49. And I think the main reason that I held on to it for so long, it says size medium, but it did run small, and I did state that, so it's kind of like a size small. And I think that's the main reason I held on to it for so long. All right, this is just a Nike windbreaker. For me, these always sell. Some take a little longer than others, but they always sell. I picked this up for $1 at the Salvation Army, and it sold on a best offer of $19.99. Okay, this is just a vintage cardigan. There is nothing special about it, and usually I take a better picture of that label, especially if it's vintage. So, if you're taking pictures, take a picture of that label. I didn't have a material tag and I didn't have a size tag, and it still sold for $20. So I think it was acrylic, and I put that in the auction, and then I took measurements, and I think it was a size medium, and I put all that. And see, I didn't even put the size in the title or the material. but I put all of that in my description and my condition notes, just so everyone was aware of the situation. All right, the next item I have is a vintage Cub Scouts cap, baseball cap. Now these, I'm sure there are ones that are worth a lot of money, but this isn't one of them. But I would pick it up again. It was $2.49. I put it out for 20, and I sold it for $15. And these are very light, so they only cost like, I don't know, $2.60 to $3, something like that to ship. So it was definitely worth it. Okay, this is just a pair of American Eagle jeans. Now, when I got them home, they did have a spot on them. So I was like, oh, so normally I would have asked for more. Usually I ask for $19.99, and most of the time, depending on the jeans, I'll take a best offer of $15, as long as I'm paying $1 or $2 for them. So when I saw the spot, I just lowered it and I put them out for $15, and I took a best offer of $12.74. Okay, this is a pair of women's bear traps. Bear Traps is a good name. Now, I paid a little much for these. I paid $7. Normally, I like to pay around $5, but I mean, that's not really a huge deal. And I had them out for $40, and I took a best offer of $28. Oh, you know what? Let me just show you. Where's the... There you go, in case you haven't seen them before. All right, the next item is a pair of Clarks. Now, if you see my other videos, I constantly talk about Clarks. Clarks are really good. I pick them up all the time. And I paid $5 for these, and I took a best offer, including shipping, total of $30.80. Okay, this is a, I don't know what you call it. They were calling it a poster flag. I looked it up because I wasn't sure how to, it's like a scarf in a way, but they call it a poster flag. And what happened was I was online at the Goodwill, and normally I'd look it up, but they put it out and I was already online, and I kind of just reached over and grabbed it. And I was thinking $2.49, like, why not? It's, at least it's a great subject matter, the Doors. But unfortunately, when I got home, it was selling brand new by multiple sellers for $15. And I was like, ooh, that's not good. So I put it out for $8.99 plus exact shipping, and it's sold for a grand total of $11.61. So still, I made about $5 on it, which isn't horrible because it actually sold, I think, in 1 or 2 weeks. So, that's not horrible. Okay, this is just a pair of Gap plaid skinny pants. Nothing special. They were $1 at the Salvation Army, and I took a best offer of $14.99. And this is a pair of Coldwater Creek pants. They were new at tags, but they were the strangest material. They were like stretchy. I don't know. They were wide-legged, but the material was stretchy, and it was just odd. I don't know. So I put it out for $25, and I took a best offer of $18. Now, you know what? I showed you in that last picture, but I didn't talk about it. See, like if you have a little pull, if you have anything even minor, you're better, instead of saying, oh, has some flaws or, isn't in perfect condition, show them, take a quarter so they can see the size, or a penny so they can see the size, and just show them, even if it's so minor, you know what I mean? They're always so much happier when they get the item and it's like, oh, it's less than I thought, it's in great condition. You really have to look to see this, but, in other words, they can't pick it up and look for it themselves. You actually have to show them. So, they got this and they were very, very happy with it. They said, oh, you can't even see it. Nope, you can't even see it. But, you still want to show it to them, even though they're not going to see it in the regular picture, you still want to show them in that close-up. This was great. And guys, always look out for this. When you're going, especially in the sales where, if it's a dollar sale or fill a bag sale, or, everyone has different sales depending on their area. But even if it's a half off day, look for pants. Maybe they're not the best name pants or whatever, or it's not the best name sweater, but there's 2 of them. There's 3 of them, and they're all the same size. Obviously, somebody just dropped their stuff off. This woman, she loved Worthington pants. Now, stand alone, not great. You know what I mean? Maybe this would be a $15 pair of pants or something, just not great. But I had three of them. They were all put together. Excuse me, I have allergies. They were all put together. They were all very clean, and they were all a nice big size, 20 tall. I mean, how perfect. So I picked them all up and I put them on together, and I took a best offer of $49.49. All three pairs only cost me $3. So this was a great sale. Look to lot up items. You can make a lot of money doing that. Right now I have 3 tubs of stuff. What I do is, if I think it's something that will work well in a lot and it's cheap enough, I just pick it up and I keep kind of an inventory list of those tubs. So right now, if I go to my inventory list, I'm going to know I have a chaps extra large long sleeve, and that's in my inventory list. Say I go out tomorrow and I pick up a bunch of shirts, and 2 of them are chaps extra large long sleeve. Well, if I look on that inventory list, I'm going to see I have 3 of the shirts of, that size with long sleeves already. So I can just pull them out, add these 2 to them, and all of a sudden I have a lot of 5 shirts, and each one either cost me either 50 cents to $2. You know what I mean? And I can put them out for $60. So it's something to consider. You may want to try lotting up items because, like I said, your profit margin's much bigger when you do that. All right, the next item is a vintage cardigan. This again, see, at least I took a picture of the label this time. But the reason I got it was, look at this. Look at the colors. I think it's horrible, but I was sure someone else would love it. It's just like the color is really bright and it's with blue. But somebody did love it, and they paid $20 for it, and I paid $1 at the Salvation Army. Okay, the next item is a New York & Company suit. I was lucky I got this for $1 when they were still having the dollar sale at Salvation. But I would pay, I'd pay $5. Like if it was normally it was 10 and then they had half off and it was 5, I would pay $5 for this easy. I don't think I'd pay 10, but I would definitely pay 5. And I accepted a best offer of $30 for this. Okay, this was a Chico's women's blazer. Now, I saw this when it was full price. It was $8, and I really liked it. The pictures don't give it justice. It's like this emerald green. It was really cool. It was a nice big size, and I waited. Every time I went in there, I kind of checked, and I was waiting for it to go on half off, and it did. So I only paid $4 for this, and I put it out for $35, and I accepted a best offer. It sold, I think, in a week for $25. So Chico's is a good name. The bigger the better, though, definitely. Okay, this is a pair of Moda International. If you don't know, they used to be a manufacturer for Victoria's Secret. I don't think they are anymore, though. I'm not positive, but I don't think so. There's nothing special about these. These were kind of worn, and I paid $1 for these at the Salvation Army. And I took a best offer of $15. Okay, here's Express again. I love Express. Usually between $15 and $20, more toward the 15 line. So if you're paying $1 or $2, they're perfect. A lot of them are very light, and they will ship first class mail. So if it's a smaller size, if it's a capri, it's going to ship first class mail. So it's a nice profit. Okay, I paid $1 for these and had them out for $19.99, and I took a best offer of $15. Okay, all right, this is good because I actually want to talk about this. I paid 49 cents for this, and I was so focused on the Salvation Army and their dollar sale that I wasn't paying attention to anything. But actually, I don't know, even if I was paying attention, I would have known. A lot of people say, oh, make friends with the people at the Goodwill, make friends with the people at the Salvation Army, and make friends. Well, sometimes, it depends on who's in those places. Like sometimes it's not really possible to buddy up. Like I know a lot of people at the Salvation Army, but the Goodwill, it's kind of a different feel to it. So it's not a feel that you can go up and, joke around with these guys, So I've never got to talk to them about their sales or anything like that. And I was surprised. I didn't realize that they don't post their sales. I don't know if your your Goodwill is like this Goodwill, but they're not posting their sale. They have found out through somebody at the Salvation Army that Goodwill on Sunday and Monday have a sale of 49 cents, half off of what Salvation was doing, their dollar sale. They were doing 49 cents. So, and when I thought I was missing, I'm like, wow, how did I miss that sign? I know I've been there on a Sunday. I didn't see this. They don't post it. They don't even tell anybody. Like, you go in there, they don't say a word. I've seen people like, because I actually walked in the other day and I asked them, I said, which color is 49 cents? I'm in on a Monday. And, she said something and the customer's like, what do you mean it's 49 cents? What's 49 cents? Nobody knows. So, go in, if you are not like chummy with the people at the Goodwill, go in, find somebody anyway and ask them if they have any sales that are like dollar sales, 49-cent sales. Do you have any days that are like that? Because I'm telling you, my Goodwill, or one of them at least, no, two of them actually, they do not post it. I'm not sure why they do this, but they're not posting this fantastic sale. They only have the newest color. They have that half off. That's written on the wall and nothing else. So I did want to tell you this. If you're anything like me and you're not talking to these people constantly, ask them now, start talking now, because I doubt they're the only ones doing this. So I did want to share that with you. This shirt was 49 cents. And I picked this up on a Monday. This was left at 50 cents for 2 days. And look, it's got the big crown crest on the shirt. There was nothing wrong with it. There was no flaws. Oh wait, there was one flaw. It was a tiny opening in the seam. Yeah. So the stitching was missing in like a half an inch of the seam, which a tailor could fix in like 2 seconds for a couple dollars. So that's it. And I took a best offer of $21.24 for this. So go ask about that sale, because I doubt I'm the only one. All right, the last item I have is a pair of Fry leather shoes. And I picked these up, excuse me. I picked these up at it was at a flea market actually. Yeah, I was walking by. It was funny, this person had all these shoes out and it was like 1,000 degrees. This was in the summer. It was so hot. And I just gave up on kneeling down, bending over and going through anything. I was just literally dragging myself around this flea market. And these shoes just stuck out in the middle of everything. And I picked them up and I was like, oh, yay. And it was Fry. So I was like, okay, great. And I asked how much, and he's like, $5. I'm like, even better. So I took them home. It took me a little while to put them on. Oh yeah, see, they did have, it looks like a little split, but it's not. The shoe is really secure on the sole, but there was just a tiny, tiny little gap. See, even something that minor, you know what I mean? This little tiny gap. I show people everything. You don't want to come back at you. But they sold fairly quickly once I got them on for a best offer of $55. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll probably make another one by the end of this week. Thanks for watching. Bye.